Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Damn it! Don't interrupt me during the intro, you cunts.
Called going along with it.
We love you too.
This is Satan is on this, aka Tommy, and today I am joined by
Alucard 96421, Nicholas.
420 displays.
Of course. And Seiko Hime Janae.
And today we are doing a new thing. We're doing a podcast. Hey, everybody! It's a podcast.
Yeah.
Podcast.
There's not a million of those already, but anyway.
Shut up! No, we're the only one. We're the only podcast to ever exist. We actually made up the word podcast, like, just 5 minutes ago. It was hype. Everybody was so impressed. So this is the Moist Cakes and Majesty podcast. Episode 1.
A minute in and we broke Tommy.
One fucking sentence. I say one fucking sentence, and it becomes a podcast title. What the fuck, even?
Because it's just that amusing.
It's fuck. So we're doing the first annual Moist Cakes and Majesty video game award things. Please be excited, everybody! Woo!
Wee. Well, that got creepy fast.
Shut up! It's fine. You don't know. You didn't win.
But I did win.
No, you didn't. Shut up. Nobody won. I won.
Anyway.
So, I don't
Moving
know the order of jack shit. We're doing this. I don't know what the order is. There is a cunt somewhere with a piece of paper that knows all this.
We're starting off with games this year that we wanted to play but never got to.
Man, was there a fucking ton of those. Jesus Christ. I missed out on a lot of fucking games this year. Like, probably more than I've ever missed out on.
And I think we can say that it counts even if you played like a demo, because a demo still isn't the full experience of the game.
Yeah, well, that's fine. We'll do that. So I guess we'll start with Janae. Janae, do you have a, do you know what your game that you really wanted to play was? Can I guess?
I've got two games.
I'm gonna guess the first one is Aliens Colonial Marines.
You couldn't even say that with a straight face.
Fuck, no, I couldn't even get close.
Oh, no.
Jesus Christ. Never play that game, anybody. Ever. Don't.
Hell, we had the opportunity to play that at Gearbox's Community Day, and we just, nope.
It's like, no.
The room was empty, we needed to kill time, and we would prefer to just sit in the hall.
And that's how bad it was.
Man, that game was terrible. Alright, Janae, you got two. Let's hear it.
My two are Amnesia, A Machine for Pigs, and Remember
A machine?
Me. Yes, the machine.
Oh. Man, are you so fucking lucky you did not play Remember Me.
Is it bad?
Oh, man, it was not great. It wanted to be super stylized, and it wanted to have an engaging story, and it just David Caged all over itself. It was fucking terrible.
It couldn't have been as bad as David Cage.
No, it wasn't like it wasn't as bad as David Cage, but it was ambitious as fuck, and it had a good idea, but like
just didn't
30 minutes
just fell flat on its face,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, like 30 minutes into a game, you're like, what the fuck am I doing? This is dumb. And you just wash your hands and walk away. So, what was the other one?
Amnesia.
A machine for pigs. I'm just a love machine. Goddamn Michael from Rooster Teeth, man. Goddamn him. I can't fucking hear that anymore. I can't do it. It fucks me up. I just... God damn it.
Anyway, let's...
Fucking bullshit!
Okay, let's bring it back, Tommy. You're starting to lose people here.
Am I? Am I really?
Yes.
Okay, so what I think what I was looking
Uh,
forward to, but never really got to play, was Pikmin 3, because I love the first two Pikmin games. I played them so much, and I was disappointed that it was put on a system that, quite frankly, I didn't really like.
what, the Wii U?
Yeah.
Wii U. Wii U.
I mean, I love
What's
Pikmin.
wrong with the Wii U?
It's terrible and
What's
has
wrong
almost
with-
no games on it.
I mean, it has no games because nobody fucking buys it.
Because nobody wants it, because it's horrible.
It's not horrible though. It just doesn't have any games.
Because it's
what's
horrible.
the point of having a system if there's no games?
No, the
XCOM.
Wii U is a. Good joke there. No, the Wii U's fine. It's a decent system. It just doesn't have any games because nobody wants to develop for it because nobody buys it because nobody wants to buy it because nobody has any games for it to play. It's a vicious circle until fucking Nintendo does something interesting. They're gonna lose it.
It's a vicious
I mean,
until Nintendo puts out a Zelda game. Then every Zelda fanboy will jizz their pants and buy a system.
Dude, I almost jizzed my pants and fucking bought a Wii U for
You say Wind
the
Waker.
Wind Waker.
I need to smack you in the face.
I did just say Wind Waker.
Too bad you can't
I
reach
need
the
to find where
internet.
you live and smack you.
Well, I live at Redacted.
Hey, do you know Redacted's character
Did you know-
dive
No, who's Redacted? Solid Rooster Teeth joke. I mean, no, we totally came up with that by ourselves. It's my turn, yeah?
Yeah.
I got a couple, that I kind of wanted to play a little bit. I just didn't for whatever reason. God of War Ascension. I'm not the biggest God of War fans. I mean, I've played the first three, like the the original trilogy, and I'm like, that's pretty cool. I didn't play any of the ones on the PSP or Vita or whatever. They were fine. And then Ascension's like a fucking like prelude to the first game or some shit. I don't know.
It explains
It's
the
an
time
excuse.
after, like, when Kratos is working for Ares and when he betrays Ares or whatever. It's kind of like just before the first God of War. It's a nice touch if you're interested in the lore and the history of Kratos' personal story, but it's not really necessary to the story.
I mean, maybe it's just me, but I always saw God of War stories. Kill, 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 kill.
That is the story, unless you know.
Grr, kill, fuck Aphrodite, kill.
And that was a fun scene.
One god you don't kill?
No, God, no. Why would you? Gears of War Judgment. I didn't play it. Actually, I didn't play Gears of War 3 either. I wanted to. I did. I just didn't. You know, because I went through fucking 4 Xbox 360s. Every one of them got the Red Ring of Death. After the fourth one, I fucking called up Xbox. I'm like, hey, cunts, I need another system. They're like, nope. And just hung up on me. Alright, that didn't actually happen. But, like, somehow my warranty ran out. It was like 6 months after I got the new system. And I'm like, well, fuck it. And so I literally just took it out into the fucking forest behind my house and shot it with a shotgun. I old yellered it.
Totally mature reaction.
I was mad, dude. I fucking spent $300 on a fucking paperweight that kept breaking.
That's what you get for buying an Xbox.
Well, I wised up and got a fucking PS4.
At least
You
the
know,
PlayStation
because-
just tells you to wait.
I got a PS4. Yeah, totally got a PS4. You know, before they existed.
So since that conversation took a weird turn,
I'm still not done with the games that I wanted to play.
Hurry the fuck up,
Metro
asshole.
Last Light. I'm trying, you cunts. Metro Last Light. I was a big fan of Metro 2033.
I tried Metro 2033. It was weird.
It it was a horror game, and you know how I feel about horror games. I like them a lot, and they're cuddly, and I want to kiss them. Fucking. I played a bit of Deadpool. I wanted to play more of it, and that was, it was okay.
Deadpool was fun for like the first playthrough.
From what very little I played of it, it was fun. Payday 2 didn't get to play that. I saw some Let's Plays on it, and I wanted to play it. Hatsune Miku Project Diva F. That's my hypest shit of the year, game of the year right there.
Yeah, you can totally tell that he's a Vocaloid fan.
I don't even know what the fuck Hatsune Miku is. I don't even know if I'm saying that right.
You're actually saying it mostly right, yeah.
Close enough.
Woo! Quickly, Diablo 3. I've played it on PC. Total War Rome 2. I think. I haven't played Pokemon yet. I know I'm horrible. I need to go buy Pokemon. And that's about it. So far this year. I mean, we still have another month to go.
Well, moving right along, then we got the most bizarre game you've ever played.
Ever played or played this year?
Well, played this year.
All right.
That was
a
game that you
That's
didn't necessarily
entirely
disagree with or you didn't dislike, but when you sat down and played it, it just made you think, what the hell am I doing?
So it's kind of like my sex life.
Yes, precisely.
I just sit down and wonder, what the fuck am I doing? Is that a hole? How is that? How do I fit that in there? Alright, so going away from that conversation.
I'm pretty sure Janae and I can agree on one.
Alright.
Saints Row 4.
Hands down.
Very,
No
very,
questions.
Very weird game, especially when you start getting into the loyalties.
I still like Matt's loyalty mission the best.
Okay, so I still haven't played that. And that wasn't on my list of games that I wish I could play because it's Saints Row 3. It's DLC. I don't care. But I've heard nothing but, fun things about it. Are the loyalty missions anything like the loyalty missions in Mass Effect 2?
If they were on crack, then maybe. Just a little.
Basically, the loyalty missions in particular, as well as rescuing the people, the rescuing ones were really bad. Each person you rescued was trapped in their own personal hell, and the loyalties was basically their own computer program of whatever they wanted, including whatever her name is that we don't like, which is basically a complete Metal Gear ripoff. Sound effects.
Asha.
Yeah.
Fucking Asha and her shitty wannabe Metal Gear world.
Which, because of a glitch, I never got to beat that mission.
On the Xbox.
I don't see a problem. I'm failing to see the problem here.
It was the sort of thing where, shoot out these lights. Okay. Well, what if I want to shoot the person? Nope, mission failed. Well, but
so it was
shoot this
it was the
completely
lead
changed the game, and you have to be stealthy now for no immediately apparent reason.
You have superpowers, yet you have to be stealthy.
No,
when you're doing the
No.
rescuing missions, you don't get superpowers.
Yeah, and all the rescues and all the loyalties, they take away all of your superpowers.
That doesn't sound very fun. Why do I want to buy that again?
Because
Just
aside
so you
from
can-
You are making
so
me
you
want
can
to buy
fight.
it less.
Just so you can fight a 60-story tall can of Saints Flow named Paul.
Alright, so my bizarre game of the year. Moving right along, whatever the fuck you just said. Is it like a Shadow of the Colossus fight?
No, it's you stand on the building, shoot him in the face with rocket launchers while he shoots eye lasers at you, and then you possess a giant statue and pop
beat
his
him to
top
death
so he
with a leg.
dies.
Right.
Saints
You just
Row.
hear Tommy's confused expression.
Anyway.
I've got two, actually. And they're both indie games. fucking the first is Antechamber, which, spoiler alert, is on my list of favorite games of the year. I fucking spent so many hours in that game. And it's like non-Euclidean physics, or geometry rather, and it's like Portal, but in a really weird way. It's like I can't explain that game adequately because it's too fucking weird. Like there's a for example, one of the first sections you go through is it's just this thing that says jump, right? And then it's a big chasm between you and the next platform. It says jump, and you jump and you fall down. Or alternatively, what you can do is you can just walk straight. There's an invisible platform that you can just walk straight through. Or alternatively, you can turn around, look at this fucking eye that's right behind you for reasons, and stare at it long enough until it blinks, and then you can move on to a completely different area. It was really weird, and it didn't make sense, and I loved it.
And you're
And the other one, Stanley Parable.
Yay,
Super weird
Stanley
game.
Parable.
Super weird, and I loved it.
While we're on the topic of indie,
Hey, good segue, Tommy. Woo!
best indie games.
Alright, so once again, you guys can go first.
She and I are again in agreement, even though neither of us have actually played this one.
I'm just a love machine.
I think she and I both are gonna have to go for Amnesia, the machine for pigs.
That's
a
one of
machine.
my two.
Well, okay. And
What's your
And
other
Stanley
one? Then?
Parable.
Stanley Parable. Here you go.
Fucking mindfuck of a game.
You play fucking Minecraft in it! And Portal! Spoiler alert for the Stanley Parable, by the way.
Hey,
That's
we're
like
not telling
one
them
of-
how to get to it.
That's like one of like fucking 80 different endings from that game. So many ways to play that game. It's a lot of fun. Alright, so my favorite indie games. Jesus Christ. This might take a while. So Stanley Parable is one of them, obviously. Very, very, very good. By the way, have we announced any awards to any of these yet? Have we decided you guys are the winners? Or are we just talking about these? I don't know how this works.
no, we're just gonna discuss it. And the awards are gonna be saved for like best and stuff.
Oh, okay, that works.
Good planning, Tommy.
Dude, I'm so fucking cool. You don't even know.
That's why he left it to me.
Yeah. Capsized, which was a very, very fun little indie game. I want to say it's on XBLA, and it might be on PSN, but I know it's on PC, which is where I played it.
That reminds me, that game they played, the Rooster Teeth guys played, where you were on the ship and you hunted people. Was that an indie game?
You were on a ship and you hunted people. Oh, you mean the ship?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Or
Yeah, that's I guess that's technically an indie game, but I'm not sure if it came out this year. The Capsized Cargo Commander, which was one that Nerd Cubed the video on. I was like, I'll give it a shot. I ended up spending like fucking 40 hours in, and it's a fantastic game. Everybody go watch that video. And we're done with this, obviously, because no, shut up, don't leave.
be rude.
We're not even halfway done. DLC Quest is fucking cheeky as hell. I loved it. It was a satire on the entire video game industry right now, which is like you needed to buy DLC in game. Obviously, you don't actually use real money to buy it. To get like animations and attacks and sound, and it was really fucking funny. And you get a gun at some point in the game, and once you get the gun, the entire game just breaks and everything dies super easy. Even though like there's fucking no enemies. There's no enemies until you buy the Zombies DLC pack. Because, whatever. There's zombie DLC. Why not?
Anyway.
FTL, another game I spent entirely too much time in, which was a I struggle to explain it. It's a starship strategy game. It's everybody knows what FTL is. Well, almost everybody. It's definitely worth playing through. It's really good. It's permadeath, so if you die, you lose your characters and stuff. But I think you keep like any rewards that you get. Like if you get a new ship or whatever, you know, and that's really fun. That's a very good game.
Stick around, folks. We'll be here all evening.
Dude, I told you I have tons.
Especially if Tommy doesn't stop talking.
I won't. Now I'm literally just going to talk about indie games for the rest of the fucking podcast. Good job. Gunpoint.
Or you can cut it down, or I'll hang up on you.
Podcast. Professionalism.
Then be professional and move on.
Alright, Gunpoint. Hotline Miami. Lone Survivor. Lament. Any of the new Minecraft updates. Nile Umbra. Papers, Please, Path of Exile, and it was good. Super Hexagon, Thomas Was Alone, and Antechamber.
Reminds me, when did Boson come out? Was that this year?
Yeah, that was this year.
Boson was interesting.
Also, interesting is one way to say it.
Frustrating.
Super fucking difficult is another one. Man, that game was hard, and I got drunk and played it, and that was a bad idea. That was an awful idea.
All right.
Moving on.
Best free to play.
I know mine. I've got mine. So if you guys want to go ahead and discuss yours.
Best free to play that we're gonna have to open that one up a bit more as far as beyond just this year, because they don't come out that often.
The fuck they don't. There's been like 100 free-to-play games this year.
None of which we've heard of.
Well, fair enough. Oh, one more thing. Back to indie games. Dive Kick! How could I forget Dive Kick? Dive Kick, I love you. You win Indie Game of the Year. I love you.
So back to best free to play.
Dive Kick free to play.
I think.
God, I wish.
I think I'm gonna have to go with Path of Exile, which just came out of beta.
Yeah,
so it's still
what,
buggy as hell, but
it came out like 2 weeks ago. We beat it in like what, 4 sittings?
Yeah, 8 days. If you like Diablo, you'll like Path of Exile.
This is the way I described it to everybody that I know is that it's straight up Diablo 2.5. It's what Diablo 3 should have been. Not saying that Diablo 3 was bad. It's bad. Not saying that it's bad.
Subtle.
Professional.
Okay. The auction house broke Diablo 3, but whatever. That's another conversation. It's very good. I liked it a lot.
Janae?
Janae didn't like it.
Nope.
Janae couldn't get into it.
Nope. Diablo is not my type of RPG.
Should we say the other one that we've been playing a lot?
Dragon Nest?
Yeah, which just came out like a couple months ago.
Yeah.
It's very good, very anime. I'm a very cute, slutty little anime chick.
Tommy grew a vagina while playing it.
And my name is Marcus Nutt. Actually, I'm gonna redact that. That's not gonna be in the video. I don't want people finding me. Mark Nutt.
Anyway.
Moving right along.
And cut.
Janae?
I don't fucking know.
Good job, Janae.
I don't really know any free-to-play games, and I think Dragon Nest is fun, but
you know,
I don't really want to give it the best spot.
We'll just go ahead and give her the one that she knows she wants to say, which is Cabal.
Just say it. Yeah, there you go.
I don't even know when Cabal came out.
Doesn't matter. That's the one you like.
1982.
Cabal's my Memorphiger.
Tommy?
World of Warcraft.
Of course.
Path of Exile. I mean, fucking spent entirely too much time in Diablo 2, not enough time in Diablo 3, and this is perfect.
We spent entirely too much time fighting that boss.
We threw our fucking corpses at it, hoping it would die. And that was fucking great. I loved it. I loved it like a slut.
Pretty sure Janae will be hanging out of this next one, but best fighting game.
I actually have something to contribute. I'll just be completely disagreed with.
Okay.
Okay, so my opinion, technically it came out late 2012, came out on PlayStation Network in 2013, so technically it counts. Persona 4 Arena.
Persona 4! I love that fucking game.
I'm terrible at that game, but it was fun.
I was terrible at it as well, but it was really good, and I liked it. And god damn it, SNK, hurry and make fucking Persona 5. Do it. Just do it.
They're working on it. Calm your tits.
They're not though.
But they are.
But they're not.
But they are.
Shut up.
Okay, children.
I'm trying to make you feel better. God.
Outside of
SNK,
that, I'm gonna go with Injustice.
That was Jesus. That was a really good game.
Injustice was fun.
Injustice was a lot of fun and surprisingly well done, all things considered. I mean,
there wasn't anyone who was particularly OP in that game.
Well, Lobo.
Well, okay, Lobo was kind of bullshit, but he's a DLC character, so I don't count DLC characters.
And I think they might have balanced him, like, because he was a bit OP when he came out.
Yeah.
But they might have patched it, and, whatever. It's fine. For me, definitely the winner is Injustice, because it was really good, and I loved it a lot. Did Tekken Tag come out this year?
Not that I know of, no.
Should we look it up?
Was that last year or this year?
Yeah, Tekken was not this year.
Alright, so if it was, Tekken Revolution came out, which for those of you that don't know is a free-to-play version of Tekken that is mostly online. There's no local fighting, and
if you've ever played one of those games,
really dumb way.
If you've ever played one of those games like on Facebook or something where they tell you, oh, you have to wait this amount of time before you can keep playing, that's basically what it is.
Yeah, they did that in a very dumb way, and I don't like that aspect of it, but it's Tekken, so I still love it, and they blocked out my favorite character, so I love you, Hooray. KOF 13 came out this year. King of Fighters. Fucking hurry up and make Persona 5, SNK! God damn it!
Okay, since he's going back to there.
Is Persona 5 going to end up like David Cage and you just won't shut the fuck up about it?
Since he's having to backtrack, I think we'll move on.
No. I've still got a couple more. There is one game I think came out this year that I don't really want to say. Okay. Fucking Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
No, it did not.
Thank God.
It came out at the end of last. But it wasn't this year.
At least I don't have to talk about it. And there was one more fighting game that I'm trying to fucking remember what it was that came out this year that I didn't. The Mortal Kombat Complete Edition came out this year.
Yeah. For the PC.
For MK9. Yeah. So I mean that still counts. So shut up. Technicalities and whatnot. And that was I liked MK9. Fuck you guys.
Okay. I really liked MK9 actually.
I agree.
It had Freddy Krueger. Did they have Kratos in it as well?
The PS3 version.
Yeah. Yeah. Kratos is pretty OP
And
when you learn how to use them. And as usual, Mortal Kombat, my favorite character was the one person I could not play for shit, and the person I hate was the one person I was good with.
Okay.
So there's that.
She likes.
I'm a Cabal fangirl. but I'm only good with Johnny Cage.
That's because
Yeah.
Cage is like the only character in the game you can button mash like crazy with and still kick ass.
Johnny Cage isn't great.
No.
Yeah.
And the fact that in the story mode, that's the first fucking dude you play. That's the first fucking dude you play. I'm like,
Isn't it best to
Man,
get the
this is
shitty
not-
person out first?
I always
okay, you
liked
play
Smoke.
Johnny, now go to the better people.
I always liked Smoke, but
420?
anyway,
Just Blaze?
moving on to one that we will actually be giving an award to.
Blaze?
Uh,
Alright.
The game that has the best gameplay.
Uh-oh.
Now, mind you,
this is gonna be good.
in the sense of gameplay, we're talking about everything flowed perfectly. The menus were never a problem. The controls were never confusing. It felt very friendly to the player.
There was quite a few of those this year.
Well, that's what
So
we're
who
going off
wants to
is
start?
the one you would.
and then there's the flip side, which, spoiler alert, we're doing that next.
But we're talking about the one that, if you had to pick, the one you would pick above all others.
Right. That's actually kind of a difficult decision because there's a lot of games that really worked really well. That it felt really good to play. There was a lot of them, and so I'm gonna let you guys go first again because ranty.
All right. My choice, while I know the reaction I'm going to get from a certain someone who shall not be named.
Is his name Tommy?
Yes.
All right. I hate that guy.
For me, the most solid gameplay that was
Snake?
fun to me,
Shut up, Tommy.
that was the most
Good
fun
joke.
to me, was Ni no Kuni: Wrath of the White Witch.
Boo!
Even if I will give it to you that the story for the game sucked. It quite frankly did.
But it was very pretty. It was very,
It
very
looked
pretty.
amazing. If you like movies like Totoro,
Away.
Spirited Away, you would love
It was
the
the
art
same
style of the
design.
game.
If
I
only
like
the
the
story
gameplay.
was
Well,
in the
same
same
guy.
spirit as the movies.
Well, it's the same studio.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
They
but
did
the
all the
story was
animation
really terrible compared to, all the awesome Miyazaki movies out there.
Studio Ghibli.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
but the director is Miyazaki, so it's the same thing.
Anyway,
Eh.
as
The
far as
story
I'm
wasn't
concerned, I liked how the combat was actually very, very fluid. I never got lost going through the menus or trying to figure out where I was going. It was very straightforward and very easy to learn how to do. You didn't have to invest a lot of time, and it's not a game that a lot of games, if you walk away from it, you come back like, okay, how do I do this again?
How game?
With this one,
Do game.
it really wasn't that hard. You could leave and come back later and still at least know how to do everything.
I mean, yeah, but it was just too bad you didn't want to come back.
Well,
Or maybe that was just me.
that's why
Maybe it was just
that's why
me.
I was glad it had a mode to play after the story was done, so you didn't have to worry about that crap.
I didn't, dude. There's an end to that story.
Yes, it is.
I didn't even know that game ended. I thought it was open-ended shit.
Oh no, it goes on and makes you think it's ending at one point, and then it actually doesn't, and then
Then it goes on for another 120 hours.
no. In all seriousness,
Wait,
no,
oh,
it
by the
actually
way-
Sounds more
goes
like
on.
Skyrim.
It actually only goes on
We
for like
were-
maybe 5 hours after that.
We were gonna do a best RPG of the year, but we realized that no good RPGs have come out this year. So
Come along. Wait, that
They
was
come out
fuck.
that was last.
I don't give a
year,
shit.
Yeah.
Come on.
That actually might have been
Fuck you.
2011.
Skyrim Legendary Edition came out this year. Technicality.
Technically, yeah, you know what? You're not wrong. Kingdom Hearts 1.5 also came out, so
That wins. Period.
yeah, RPG of the year, Kingdom Hearts 1.5.
Anyway, best gameplay, Janae.
All right, mine is gonna be something a little bit different. And I'm probably gonna get some hate from some Devil May Cry fans here, but the new Devil May Cry game.
Boo!
Fuck yourself, Tommy. It was good.
Boo! Was it though?
Yes.
Was it though?
Yes.
It was. It looked good.
It looked
It
good.
was
It played
very,
good. It
very
improved
visually-
on the controls of Devil May Cry, in my opinion. And it was a lot
I mean-
smoother and easier to get the hang of. And fuck you, I like the story. The thing is, you just have to look at it as it's not along the same storyline as the other Devil May Cries, but a reimagining of the story. So
Which
in
they
that
didn't need to
context,
do.
it's good.
They didn't need to do that, though. Why's it gotta be like this?
Because it changed
We don't need to
companies, and that's
reboot
what
everything.
the company wanted to do.
Fuck
I
them.
don't care.
Fuck you, Capcom.
Okay,
Fuck
on
you.
to Mr. Rancelot here.
Alright, so here we go. Metal Gear Rising Revengeance is one of them. One of them. That, oh my god, that played so smooth.
I'm assuming you're
Platinum
talking about
Games.
as far as with a controller and not with the moving gimmicks.
I didn't play it like that because I'm not a fucking retard.
Exactly.
I played it with a controller, like a gamer, not like a dumbass. I don't want to fucking wave my hands around and shit. No, I'm lazy. Fuck you. That game played so fucking smooth. Every animation led to another one that led to another one that all flowed together in a beautiful, beautiful way. And the story was okay.
Not talking about story though. We're talking about gameplay.
In the fucking what little menus there were, they worked. They were fine. There was only a couple little problems where the fucking codec would call in and you'd be forced to walk at a very slow pace while talking, which I didn't understand. But whatever. That game worked so fucking well. It was really good. BioShock Infinite. Man, did that game play really well. Man, did that all flow together into one beautiful, beautiful experience.
It did, and I think something I can add to that is that the controls were very similar, so if you played the previous BioShocks, you wouldn't be lost with this one.
No, and if you'd never played one, you could easily jump into it.
The controls were very similar, very, very simple.
Yeah, they were. They were very simplified, and I appreciate that.
I mean, no one wants to have to just push 30 buttons just to fire your gun once.
But with that said, I think we're probably going to talk about BioShock Infinite a little later in the podcast. So Injustice obviously played very, very well.
Played sort of like a dumbed down Mortal Kombat a little bit.
I wouldn't say dumbed down so much as...
I mean, a little less complicated.
No, it still had all that complexity in there. It just was slightly deeper. You had to go a little bit deeper to get into all of that.
We have to go deeper.
Shut up.
Oh my.
Killer is Dead. That played really well, which
Weird
I
name.
want to say Suda. I want to say Suda51 did that, and it was really, really fucking good. It was a character action game, and I just lost everybody in America by saying character action game, because nobody in America likes it for some fucking reason, because they don't know how to play it. I'm American, okay? I know how to play that shit. You guys need to catch the fuck up. One that was actually kind of odd to me that played really well was Rayman Legends. Was that just me?
No, I'll give you that. I mean, even from what I played of the demo, the controls were not unfamiliar from playing like the original Rayman.
Yeah, it worked really well, like, with the art style and everything, and like the way that you... One thing I liked a lot about it was the way that you resurrected your allies, where you just fucking jumped up and popped them. There were little bubbles. That was cool.
To me, it felt very loyal to the original Rayman.
And while at the same time it was loyal, it was also very much a sequel to Rayman Origins. And that's not bad. That's not a bad thing at all. I would say Battlefield 4, but I don't play Battlefield, or Call of Duty for that matter.
One more, and then we gotta move along.
Alright, one more, Kingdom Hearts! Woo!
Okay.
Kingdom Hearts.
Moving on to your hands down worst gameplay.
I'm gonna let you guys go. You guys already know. You know my answer, but don't say it.
I'm probably gonna get a shot for this.
Oh yeah, you are.
Worst gameplay is The Last of Us.
What?
I'm just gonna let you get your rage out of your system for a minute.
I'm gonna
He's gonna silently
I need a
sneeze.
pillow.
just Tommy.
I need a pillow. Hold on.
Tommy, shut up for a second.
Yeah.
Just shut up for a second. Let me ask this: what was it about it to you that was so bad?
Oh,
Like,
hard
did
to
the
say
controls
specifically.
just not make sense, or
the controls were confusing to me. The stealth didn't seem to work right, and I don't know. It just what little I played of it, it just didn't feel right. Like it's hard to put it into words, but it didn't make sense. A lot
It
of the
didn't-
game mechanics just weren't.
it didn't feel comfortable to you to play it?
Yeah, like I love the story of The Last of Us. Don't get me wrong, I like the game. It's just that playing it myself, it just didn't flow the way I thought it should.
It played like a survival horror game.
Sure.
You're wrong.
Yeah, you can't be wrong for an opinion. Deal with
Personal opinion.
Yes, you can.
it. No, you can't. Deal with it.
Yes, I said so.
Too bad.
Shut
Deal
up.
with it.
I win. Okay.
Oh.
Nick.
Now, mind you, I'm saying this even though I love the game. I'm gonna have to say Deadpool.
Aw.
I can see that.
Because
I
as
can
much
see
as
that.
I
I can
love the
understand.
Deadpool game, after the first playthrough, there's really no point in ever playing through it again.
Much like a David Cage game.
It's literally the exact same game no matter how many times you play it. The combat gets incredibly repetitive because, I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, you don't need to use anything other than his base swords. You really don't. You can destroy everything in the game without ever touching one of the other weapons.
Well, that's like there's a lot of character action games that are like that. Fucking the original Devil May Cry 1 through 3, you could do that. Fucking Metal Gear Rising, you never need another weapon other than the sword.
Well, yeah, but
That's
at least in
fucking
Devil May
character action.
Cry, weapons were interesting enough that you wanted to try them.
And
In
some of the
Deadpool-
weapons they did make you use against certain types of enemies.
In
So it made
Deadpool,
sure you
though-
switched up your strategy constantly.
But
Fair enough. But Deadpool didn't have that.
it did not have
No.
that at all. I mean, if you didn't, the other weapons were literally completely optional. If you did not ever bother going into your skill menu, you wouldn't even know they existed.
Dude, fuck. I like I said, I played a bit of Deadpool. Alright, that was professional. I played a bit of Deadpool and it was good and I liked it from what I played of the demo. But whatever.
All right, your
Um,
worst.
Man, fuck David Cage. Man,
I know where this is going.
fuck David Cage.
Gonna
He-
spoil it.
Fucking just took a giant fucking shit all over Ellen Page and William Dafoe. He fucking made them open their mouths when he did it. He fucking just shit down their throat all over the fucking controls made no goddamn sense. The fucking story made no goddamn sense. The fucking menus were stupid. The fucking way that the storyline was fucking laid out was fucking stupid, and every fucking thing about it was stupid. Except it did look very pretty. But that does not make up for the fact that it was fucking dumb and retarded and fucking cocksucking. Just sucking all the dicks. All of the dicks.
And we'll go ahead and cut you off there so we can move on.
Yeah,
Man, fuck
otherwise
David
he'll
Cage.
keep raging for a few more years.
Man, fuck David Cage.
Game we played that had the best co-op experience.
Alright. Go ahead.
It's really difficult to say because there weren't really a whole lot of co-op games that came out this year.
There were a few.
Were there any?
Now, are we talking about co-op as in you have a friend that's beside you, or are we talking co-op in that there's an AI?
No, I'm talking co-op as in something that you could sit down and play with a friend and both of you would have fun. that you would
Fair enough.
really enjoy playing with your friends.
Because I was just about to start creaming all over fucking Bioshock. But go ahead. Aliens, Colonial Marines. Oh man, just saying that name is funny. It's great.
Now, I know Tommy's
fuck
gonna
your
hate me for
boss.
saying this. I know he is.
Yeah.
But keep in mind, I've never played the actual version of it. So
Stop teasing me and just do it.
for best co-op, at least that I played this year, that came out this year, I'm gonna have to say the bit of it that I play of Diablo 3 on the console I played. Just because, keep in mind, I've never played the PC version.
That's fine. That's fine because you're a little babby and you haven't played Diablo 2. So it's fine.
I mean, if it weren't this year, if it weren't just this year, I'd have to say Borderlands 2.
That's where my vote's going anyway.
Didn't Borderlands 2 come out with some DLC this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, some of it,
Several times.
well, so we can count. We can count
Okay,
it.
then
I
fuck
mean,
Diablo, Borderlands
Alright.
2.
not Path of Exile.
Path of Exile was interesting, but to me, it's not as fun as Borderlands 2.
Oh, so you're saying that those times that me, you, and Justin, who might appear later on in another podcast, was just sat there fucking raining hell down upon, like, dozens of enemies. I said that wrong, shut up. That wasn't as fun as fucking just going shoot bang.
That was not as fun as the... You don't understand it. You
I
really
played
don't.
Borderlands!
Borderlands
I
2
played
is
it
more
co-op.
extreme than the original.
I played a little bit, a tiny bit.
Given that when it first came out, we stayed up for... I think we pulled an all-nighter almost. Playing it constantly before we pretty much just passed out where we were sitting.
I understand the concept and I understand what the appeal is. It is Diablo in a fucking first person shooter setup. I understand that and I understand why that's super appealing. I'm not a big fan of first person shooters. So
Fair enough.
Neither am I, but I fucking love Borderlands. That's like my one
With
shooter
that-
I like.
with that said, there are some first person shooters that I'm going to cream on later. Janae, yours is also Borderlands?
Yep.
I've got a couple. Go figure.
As always.
Now, I'm going to preface this by saying I did not like the game. Okay?
Okay.
I did not like it. I appreciated the co-op, but Dead Space 3. I did not like Dead Space 3. I don't like what they did with Dead Space 3. I appreciate what they did with the co-op. It was an interesting idea that just could not save that fucking game.
An interesting
It just
idea that got
couldn't.
stuck in a shitty game.
Exactly. So there's that, and Path of Exile, obviously, I like that game entirely too much. There was a couple more that I'm struggling to remember. Payday 2, which I didn't get to play, but I know what it's like because I played Payday 1 all to hell, so it was... I'm just going to say it was good. Whatever. There was a couple more that... Can we count GTA?
GTA has cooperative play.
Sure.
It totally has some co-op shit. They still haven't released the heist or anything, but you can do co-op missions. That was fun. That was fine.
Given time constraints.
Yeah, given, but it was fine.
No, I'm
Whatever.
saying given time constraints, we should move on.
Well, fucking, we're at about an hour. I think a little under an hour.
Probably.
Best competitive game you've played.
And this, okay, now for this, are we going with online? Are we going with leaderboards? What are we doing?
I would say online, probably.
We're gonna go ahead and go with online. And we might
All
have
right.
to expand this one a bit for people like Janae, who doesn't really play competitive games.
Right. I will actually take this one first if it's okay with you guys.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
StarCraft 2, Heart of the Swarm came out. Very, very good online. I am fucking dog shit at that game. Fucking shit tier. I'm not Korean. I can't play that game.
Well, at least you're honest about it.
Anarchy Reigns, which I'm 100% positive none of you guys have ever played. It had fucking Bayonetta in it. It was awesome.
Ooh, Bayonetta sucked.
Fuck you. You suck.
Didn't Anarchy
Platinum made
Reigns have
Bayonetta.
some?
Wish I sucked.
Anyway, didn't Anarchy Reigns have something to do with that Wii game Mad World or something like that?
Yeah, it had the main character in it.
Yeah.
That was a weird third-person fighting 3D game that it was super fun. It had Bayo in it. I love you, Bayo. I love you. As I've said, I don't really like first-person shooters all that much, so you're never ever gonna hear me say Call of Duty or Battlefield as like the best. Company of Heroes 2, very fun. Again, I am dog shit at it. So, the Serious Sam collection came out, by the way, and that had some very good death matches, which was very. Have you guys ever played Serious Sam?
Heard of it, never played it.
Yes. I've played the first one.
Very old school, and that reminded me a lot of Quake in the competitive portion of it. Can I just say fucking Team Fortress 2? I know it didn't come out this year, but can I just say TF2, please?
Well, I did say we would have to expand it, so.
Well, as long as they came out with a new hat this year, I suppose you can say it.
They did. Kingdom Hearts 1.5. Woo! They win. They win everything.
I think for best competitive, I'm actually gonna have to give it to GTA 5. Just because the competitive segments of it, either the deathmatch, the races, they were all really interesting.
How many races?
Races, jackass.
You jackass.
No, but the concept of the races, which was basically like Grand Theft Auto and Mario Kart.
Yeah.
And the death matches, they were. Keep in mind, I'm someone who I don't really like GTA, honestly. I really don't. But
man, are you gonna get some hate for that?
I just don't care for it. I like Saints Row better. But
fine.
To me,
I'm surprised you guys didn't say that for your fucking favorite co-op.
I don't really like co-op in Saints Row.
There's co-op in Saints Row?
You wouldn't know because Saints Row is one of those that requires an online pass.
Or whatever.
Fuck that shit.
Which is exactly why I didn't put it up there. But best competitive, I have to give it to them because they have such a wide array of options and they actually seem pretty enjoyable.
Saints Row, was that made by EA? Does EA own any part of that?
I don't think so. I could be wrong, but...
That's the only way that makes sense to me.
No, Activision does EA online passes too. I don't know off the top of my head who's in charge of Saints Row, but anyway. Janae?
Volition was.
Janae, best thing you've played competitively that had any kind of competition to it.
We just sound like fucking Peter Griffin grabbing his knee.
Or Lois grabbing her tit in that one episode.
Oh. Well, you're asking a person who doesn't play competitive games, really? That's a horrible question to ask.
But none of us really do, but, fucking the common denominator.
If I'm gonna honestly just, pick something out of my ass to say is best competitive, I'd probably just say Tekken Tag 2. Since that's, the only fighting game I've ever been decent at.
Yeah, that was last year, but whatever.
I don't give a shit.
Fair enough, fine. Fucking.
No good fighting
So
games
I
came out this year.
I mean, didn't they though? There was a few.
No.
So now we're gonna get into the one that's really gonna attract a lot of opinions and probably a couple of
Boy.
maybe arguments.
I don't even know what this one is. I forgot already.
Personal best character. The character who you believe, the character who, in your opinion, had the best development, the best personality. You could empathize with them very well. Person that
The best character. It's fucking easy. It's the best character. Who was the best character this year in a video game?
according to you, someone I'm probably not going to agree with.
I've got two. And one of them's a technicality. Actually, I have three. Two of them are technicalities.
Okay, why don't we start with, the little bit more fair options besides you?
Fair enough.
So,
Go ahead.
Best character. I'm gonna have to go into fangirl mode for these two, and probably gonna get shit again for Devil May Cry, but Dante, obviously
Boo.
from Devil May Cry, go fuck yourself, Tommy, and Matt Miller from Saints 4.
Really?
Yes.
Fucking really?
She adores Matt Miller like you wouldn't
You
believe.
have no idea.
Out of the hundreds of fucking games that came out this year, those two?
If I come out of fangirl mode and pick someone as a favorite character, I would probably go with Booker.
Alright, yeah, that's fine.
If I take myself out of fangirl mode.
Booker DeWitt, good choice. Following her
Excellent
up,
choice.
I'm going to have to say that my personal favorite character, someone who I really felt for him and just connected, I guess you could say, was Joel from The Last of Us.
Jesus, Joel.
I mean, all the shit he went through, yeah, he's kind of an asshole sometimes, but you gotta
That's
consider
one of his best qualities.
You gotta consider what he went through. I mean, his fucking daughter died in his arms. Of course he turned into a...
Spoilers!
Yeah,
It
that
happens in the
beginning
first
of the
5
fucking
minutes.
game.
Spoilers!
Beginning of the game, shut up.
Yeah, fair enough.
But,
Well, I mean, he went through a lot of fucking shit in that game.
I mean, with the other people he knows and shit happening to them, it's no wonder he's such a hard ass, but you still can't help but feel for him because you know the only reason he's like that is because he's in so much pain.
Without going too deeply into spoiler territory for Last of Us, Joel goes through some serious shit in that game.
Yeah, he does.
Like,
I think that's a bit of
like
an
the
understatement.
deepest shit. And fucking, I loved Joel. He's not on my list, but I loved him. He's a great character.
Why don't you get your technicalities out of the way first?
Sora. Well, Sora. Obviously, because Sora.
I liked Sora in Kingdom Hearts 2 better.
Me too, but that's not out yet, so shut up. 2.5 coming out next year.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Don't fucking push it back, assholes.
Yeah, Square, seriously, you're finally starting to get some momentum again. Don't fuck this up. So Sora and Big Boss, thanks to the Legacy Collection, Big Boss. I love you, Big Boss. Boss, I would have your man babies. Just all day.
Okay, so outside of your technicalities.
Outside of bullshit, Elizabeth. Like, hands fucking down. Elizabeth was the most real character in a video game this year. Like, no question. Like, Joel was really fucking close, but I had a slight, issue with the fact that Joel was in so much pain, and yet there were parts of it where he would just, mercilessly kill dudes for no fucking reason other than the player wanted him to. And that kind of broke a little bit of the immersion, but with that said, fucking awesome character, Elizabeth wins. She had a great story arc. She felt truly real. She had emotions that you could feel, and she was super hot.
Okay, so we still got 4 more topics here. Moving on.
Booker catch.
Moving on to the opposite end of the spectrum, the worst character. And I'm going to say this first so that Tommy can be clear.
Yeah.
No, we don't mean a character that you just hate just because you hate them. We mean
Okay.
worst character
That's
as in
fine.
you felt like the person had no personality, you couldn't connect with them in any way, you just didn't even like playing as them, if that's the case, or even being near them when they were in the game.
Well, I have a few, so you guys go ahead. Despite all my rage, I am still just a freak doctor. Copyright, man. Can't do that shit.
Okay.
Alright, laughing at my own shit. Go ahead.
Janae, you first.
Main character from Aliens Colonial Marines.
Can't we just say the whole game? All the characters.
Man, I'm shitting super hard on this game. Jesus. Oh yeah, it deserves it. Never mind.
Anyway, ladies first.
So me?
I have to
Or...
think on this one. Because
Alright,
aside from my
well...
irrational, I just don't like her hatred of Asha from Saints Row 4, I don't really have anyone. Because I didn't really play any other games where I just absolutely wanted to strangle the fuck out of any of the characters.
Well, that's what I mean. We're not talking about a rage-based dislike or a hatred. We're talking about a character you felt just didn't belong.
But can't it be both? Because Asha didn't fit in with Saints Row. She was like so out of place military woman with no emotions and no sense of fun. Her fucking loyalty mission is doing more training. Oh boy, I get to stand on a building and pretend to be a bodyguard. Woo.
Okay, so I think we know what hers is.
Fair enough.
I think that's pretty fucking obvious who her most hated character this year is. Nick. Go ahead and get you out of the way so I can rant.
So I think it has to take 10 minutes.
Character that I just did not like. That's not easy. It's really not, because I find it difficult to really detest a character. And I will say, this granted wasn't from this year, but technicality, fuck you. As far as a character I hate because of who he is,
Donald Duck.
I'm gonna have to say Handsome Jack.
Oh,
because Handsome Jack is the biggest asshole ever to.
Isn't he made to be detestable though?
They like, intentionally created the biggest douche they could, and they did an excellent job of it. But
I know they consulted me.
But when you actually listen to his backstory a little bit, I mean, you kind of understand why he's an asshole, but at the same time, you don't, and you start hating him more for what he put Angel through. Spoilers.
I don't care.
He, at the same time, I don't think I can count him. Just because
he was a well-written character.
He actually
did have more dimensions.
He actually belonged. Now, as far as someone that, as far as I'm concerned, just
Pac-Man.
Are you done?
All right, go ahead. I'll stop.
Professional.
Someone who I'm as far as I'm concerned just had no place. I'm gonna break the rules and say David Cage. Because I'm sorry, that man has no place in video games whatsoever.
Oh, man, we're so fucking right. All right, my turn. So my worst character of the year is David Cage. because man, fuck David Cage. No, really though, it's fucking Ellen Page because she didn't belong. She deserves better, and it's not that I hated her character. I hate what David Cage did with her character. It wasn't cool at all. Isaac Clarke from Dead Space 3 did not like him.
Yeah, that.
Fucking loved Isaac in 1 and 2.
Okay, I'll give you that.
But they got rid of all this.
He was not as deep of a character anymore.
And they got rid of the one fucking thing that made him cool, which was that he was going insane.
That was a big part of why he was so interesting, was that he was going crazy because of what he endured. And they just kind of threw that out the window.
Fucking Lara Croft. I have so many fucking problems with the new Tomb Raider game. Ooh, but
We don't have time for that rant.
I'm quick rant. Any game developers that are listening, if you want to make a character who is supposed to be kind of squishy and weak and that you want to protect, don't have her shooting AKs at people! Don't do it! You fucking asshole. No. Bad game developer. Bad. You go in the corner.
Moving right along.
I'm not done.
Too bad.
Oh, God.
I'm not done. I've got one more.
Okay,
Honorable mention, and then we move on.
Honorable mention, Volgan from Metal Gear Solid 3. Because I love him. And I love to hate him.
Okay. I'm going to switch the order a little bit here and go for the absolute worst game you've played this year.
God, has he
David
played?
Cage, the game.
Okay, fine. In your opinion, the worst game, I'm pretty sure we can all sum this up in about 10 seconds to save time.
I can sum it up in 3 words.
Game.
Yeah, well,
Call of Duty.
Really?
Well, okay, yeah.
I was thinking David Cage.
I gotta be honest. I'd rather play Beyond Two Souls than Call of Duty, and I'd rather shoot myself than play Beyond Two Souls.
Well done. Like Call of Duty Ghosts, not great. Shove that one right under the rug. That didn't happen yet. Beyond Two Souls, fucking easily.
Beyond Two Souls.
Super easily. Just
moving right along. I'm pretty sure.
Fuck you, David Cage.
This is going to be another technicality for Tommy.
Metal Gear.
Game of the year.
Metal Gear.
Technicality.
All right. Well, I have a technicality. I have a real answer. So, and I figured that this will probably, eat up some time. So you guys go ahead and go first.
Nick, would you like to start?
I will start. My personal game of the year, it was kind of a hard choice because there are 2 games I really, really fucking loved. I'm going to have to say my game of the year is BioShock Infinite. Because as much as I loved, close second is The Last of Us. As much as I love that game, BioShock Infinite was just so incredibly well written, fun to play, beautiful landscape, amazing characters. I had to.
You will not hear me complain about that choice.
Janae?
Janae?
I have 2. I have my game of the year that I didn't play, but I love the story of, and my game of the year of what I played. One I didn't play, but I loved the story of, was BioShock Infinite. Which don't have to.
And the second one is Aliens Colonial Marines.
No, it's Beyond Two Souls. All horrible jokes aside, Disgaea D2 would be my personal favorite.
Wait, that's a new game?
Yeah, that came out in August, dude.
It came out 2 months ago.
I thought that was a 10-year-old game.
Disgaea D2, no, that came out last month actually.
I don't keep up with
Yeah,
Disgaea,
October.
So
October 8th.
I don't keep up with it.
You don't know shit about Disgaea, so fuck you. Moving on.
Mine.
We already know technicality is
Metal Gear Solid 3.
We already know that's
Metal Gear
technicality, but what's the non-technicality?
Fucking Bioshock Infinite. Like, you summed it up exactly right. That game was exactly what we needed to end this console generation. That's exactly what we had to have. Now, we might get a lot of shit for not giving GTA Game of the Year. I'm going to go ahead and shut everybody up by saying, okay, at what point in GTA did you seriously feel a true emotion other than, ha ha ha, shoot everything? Never. I mean, I'm sure the story of GTA is fine, whatever. Bioshock Infinite was beautiful and peaceful and insane and, like, every fucking thing that we really needed out of a video game to show that video games are not just stupid anymore. It's there on display. And then, obviously, Last of Us is in there as well.
We have enough time left for what game we are looking forward to, game or games we are looking forward to the most in this next year. At least, assuming it's not getting pushed back further.
And this is...
We're going to need at least 5 minutes for Tommy to cream himself over Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, you are. I'm already coming. It's like juicing out a little bit. I might be squirting. I didn't even know I could do that.
Then we'll just go ahead and save you for last.
As always.
It's just easier that way. You understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
I think personally what I am really, really looking forward to, I mean, this is kind of a cheat, but I don't care.
Beyond Two Souls 2.
Wouldn't that be Beyond Four
David
Souls?
Cage, I swear to you, oh my god, David Cage, if you make that, I will burn your house down with your fucking family in it.
Anyway.
Death threat, bitch.
I'm gonna have to say Kingdom Hearts 2.5 because,
Woo!
I mean, Kingdom Hearts 1.5, first off, it's great that it comes with the other two games, even if you don't care for them.
Even though one of them you don't actually play, it's all cutscenes. I think it's all cutscenes, right?
What, the 358?
Right. Yeah.
No, it has some gameplay.
I don't know. I haven't played it, but I still love it. I love it. Whatever. It's fine.
Very heavy emphasis on some gameplay. But, no, I'm gonna have to say I'm really looking forward to that because I love Kingdom Hearts 2.
What's 2.5 going to have? It's going to have 2, obviously.
It might have those other ones that were on the 3DS.
Birth by Sleep, Dream Drop Distance, and I think it might have... that's the final mix of Kingdom Hearts 2 as well. And I think it might have that one where you play as Roxas. I don't remember.
Anyway.
358 days? Is that the one you mean?
Maybe. I don't know.
No. Anyway, my single most anticipated game is Thief.
It doesn't have to be single. You guys can keep... you can have more.
Fucking Thief. Thief.
Okay,
I have no
real
idea
quick,
how big my lady boner is for Thief.
Real quick, Kingdom Hearts 2.5 will have Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix, and Kingdom Hearts Recoded.
Kingdom Hearts Recoded?
Yeah, that's the one where he plays Roxas.
Oh. I'm looking forward to Birth by Sleep, though. I think that's one of those... Birth by Sleep, Dream Drop Distance, those are the ones I never got to play because I don't have handhelds.
Neither do I. I've only played 1 and 2, and 1 on the Game Boy Advance.
Played Chain of Memories?
Yeah.
Did not care for it.
That was the no.
It was alright.
Anyway.
It was fine.
We know hers, so Tommy, go ahead and spend the last of our time jizzing over Metal Gear.
Nah. No, fuck that. Metal Gear Solid 5. Metal Gear Solid 5. Metal Gear Solid 5. Alright, so... This is a little bit confusing. Metal Gear Solid 5 is going to come in 2 different games. Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain, and Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes. Ground Zeroes is supposedly coming out this year. It's going to cost like $30. and it's gonna be the prelude. It's gonna be the virtuous mission, basically, I guess, where it's supposed to ease everybody into, now this is open world, have fun. So Metal Gear, love you, Metal Gear. Some honorable mentions.
Metal Gear.
Thank you. I think you guys might agree with a few of these. I'm not sure. Borderlands 2 for the Vita. The Vita. Shit.
Just because it's Borderlands, yes.
I don't own a Vita. I mean, but good for them. They're fucking making Vita games, and they need to. Dying Light, which is a survival horror game, first-person thing that I'm super excited about because I love survival horror. And
is that the one I'm thinking of in the asylum with the blood monsters and everything?
No, that is The Evil Inside. Speaking of which, The Evil Inside. Fucking the dude that made the classic Resis is now coming back to horror, and he's making Evil Inside, and I'm super hard for it. I'm actually kind of curious about Fortnite, the new Epic game. I think it might come out next year. I don't actually know. It's like a horror game, but it's like cutesy graphics and stuff. I don't know. It looks fine. I am excited-ish. Let's see. Hotline Miami 2 comes out next year, apparently, and I'm excited because I like the first one. It was good. If you get a chance, you should definitely play it. Outlast is coming out for the PS4 next year, so technically I'm going to throw that in there, even though I might not have a PS4. Elder Scrolls Online. I don't know if you guys are excited.
I am.
Please be excited.
No.
Except for the 50. It's got a $15 monthly subscription, which I'm not excited
Lost
about.
my interest.
The Order 1886.
I wish they would release
it's-
some real information about that one.
Yeah, I do too. I saw it at E3, and
Yeah.
I got a little bit chubby for it, and it looked really cool. And I really, guys, Sony, please put out some information for it because everybody's really ready for that game. Rainbow Six Vegas, no. Rainbow Six Patriots, it's never coming out.
No, it's not.
Never, never ever. Southport 6 Truth, Dark Souls 2.
Dark Souls.
I would say
is a
Titan.
Really, really hard game.
I think everybody knows Dark Souls is. Oh, I love you, Dark Souls. And the one that everybody in the entire world is excited for. Lightning Returns, Final Fantasy 13. Man, fuck. No. Nobody's excited for that. Stop.
No.
making those-
People are excited for it, but those are the ones who don't know what a good Final Fantasy is.
I
Those
am
are the
curious
people
about
that-
15.
I'm super curious about 15, which was formerly Versus 13, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's being made by the same team that's doing Kingdom Hearts.
So I was like, I
and
don't know what the fuck the name is anymore.
I don't know. I don't care. I'm ready. My body is ready. My anus is ready, and my balls are ready.
And you want to get spit roasted by it, but anyway.
Well, I mean that's neither here nor there, man. One more game that I know you guys are ready for. Connect Sports Rivals. And with that bombshell, I think we're done. I hope everybody enjoyed the first annual Voice Gates Majesty podcast.
The most professional podcast ever.
Please be excited, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.